Hello and welcome to my meditation. You hear the dried leaves crunching. I'm so delighted to be outside and share this time with you. My name is Debra Baker, and it is a privilege and an honor that you have joined me. So thank you. I offer these meditations once a week. If you have found me by my YouTube channel, you see I've got a year and a half or more of meditations on the channel. If you found me by Facebook, you can. It's easier to access the meditations on the YouTube channel, which is Healing Debra. Enough business. Let's get down to our meditation. My dog Daisy is so happy to be outside, and can you hear? There's all kinds of nature noises. It just makes me so happy. So this meditation is our 7th meditation on the concepts of the 12 steps. And so 7th being the 7th step. And the 7th step is humbly ask God to remove our shortcomings. Let's begin by relaxing our bodies. Let's take the trunk, your torso, and just kind of pull your arms in tight. Maybe even hug yourself. Just squeeze real tight. Take a breath, and then let it go, and just feel all of those muscles in your chest, upper arms, and now do it in the back. Tighten your shoulder blades together. Tighten them up. Take a deep breath. And then let them go. And let's move up to our neck and shoulders. So pull your shoulders up to your ears. Take it and just squeeze those muscles tightly. Take a deep breath. And when you exhale, let your shoulders fall. Oh, feels wonderful. My guides are telling me that we should do one side at a time too. Maybe I'm not the only one who has tightness in their neck. So tighten up your whichever side you want to. One shoulder to ear, and kind of pull the other shoulder down. And then let it go, and then do it to the other side. And now tighten up the back of your neck. Lift your shoulders up, lift your chin up. Tighten that up and let it go. And now do it to the front. Tighten up the front of your neck. And then let it go. Oh, doesn't that feel wonderful? Now let's tighten up our faces. Just tighten up the muscles of your face however you want to. Sucking your cheeks in. Or pulling your eyes in. Doing it all at once. And then letting it go. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we started with the midsections, or the upper half of the torso. So let's just imagine pulling all the muscles like you're trying to squeeze in your midsection. Just pull them in for the front, the sides, the back. And then let it go. Let your back go, your side, your belly. And now move your tension a little farther down your body and do it around your pelvis. So tighten up your glutes, your hips, your lower torso. Hold it for a second. Oh, and then let it go. Now let's tighten up our biceps, our biceps. And let them go, and then tighten up the triceps. So send your arms out back and tighten up the muscles in the back of your upper arms. And then pull your hands in and maybe bend them. Tighten that up. And let it go. Oh, doesn't that feel wonderful? Now tighten up the muscles in your upper legs, your hamstrings, your quads. Just kind of make the tops of your thighs like rocks. Breathe into it, and then let it go. And then last, tighten up your calves and your shins and your feet. So let's do it in 2 motions. So first pull your toes up toward your shins and kind of tighten your shins up, tighten up the tops of your feet. And then let that go, and then kind of imagine that you are standing on tiptoe. So tightening up your calves and the bottoms of your feet, and let that go. What we've just done, besides focusing on relaxing our bodies, is increase the blood flow through our bodies, through our muscles and all of those tissues and pardon me. So let's let go for a second and just allow our thoughts to empty. Imagine like when you pull the stopper in the bottom of the drain and all the water goes out. Just let it all go. Let all your thoughts go, your energy, your angst, your stress, tension, just let it all go. So having been a student of the 12 steps for more than 30 years, I notice different things now and then. And this is the only step, I think, that starts with the how. So it says, humbly ask God to remove our defects of character. And there's a lot of conversation about what it means to be humble. And my sense of what it means to be humble is to be right-sized. And what I mean by that is being right-sized, not too big, not too much in your ego, but not having zero ego, but being right-sized, meaning you fill up your body, you are present in your body, but not bigger than or smaller than. So you don't think you're better than anyone else, and you don't think you're less than anyone else. You are an expression of the infinite. And when we remember that we are spiritual beings having human experiences, it allows us to be humble. And so I suggest you don't spend a lot more time thinking about the humbly part, and let's focus more on asking God. I think I'll speak for myself. I forget to ask for things. While I am not a big fan of pleading prayers, I forget to just simply ask. And I have found a phrase that works well for me, and that is, I would like. So God, I would like this day to go smoothly. I tell my husband sometimes, I would like, I would like to be able to take a walk after dinner. I would like for you to go with me instead of just some other way to put it. I tell him then I would like this. So how does he know what I would like unless I tell him? And I think God knows what we would like. You know, the infinite presence knows our desires, but it is powerful, and it is powerful to express them out loud. The spoken word is powerful. So when we say, I would like this meditation to reach everyone who needs to hear whatever is being said that might touch a need that they have. I would like this meditation to fill you with a sense of peace and love and well-being. I would like that dog to stop barking. Wow, that happened fast. And I think when we think to ask, it is surprising how quickly our prayers are answered. So I invite you now to think about what you would like, what prayer you have. We'll get to the removing our shortcomings in a second, but let's just get to that humbly ask God, or just ask. What do you want? What would you like? There are a lot of things that I would like that I have right this moment. It is a beautiful day. I'm outside here in Kansas, and I'm so happy. The first day of March, and it is warm. Hooray! To think about what you would like, and when we are humble, then we don't think that we're unworthy. We don't have these huge expectations. When people are full of ego, they think, the world owes them something. But when we are humble, we recognize that we are having these human experiences on purpose, and no one owes us anything. And also when we are humble, we realize that we are having these human experiences. God is moving in, through, and as us. And so we are connected to the infinite presence that wants to show up, that wants to move in, through, and as us. So I suggest that you don't cancel your requests before you even say them. I often forget to ask for the simplest things, like, well, although I've said this prayer, I own an electric car, so I have said, God, please help my charge last until I get to somewhere where I can charge my car, which is the same thing as don't let me run out of gas. But besides those foxhole prayers, or those 911 prayers, what would you like? Would you like more time with your loved ones? Would you like more alone time? Would you like more things to fill your plate? Or would you like more peace and quiet? Or maybe it's something completely different. It's important to think about what you would like. And it's surprising when we identify what we like, how quickly it comes to us. When we are right-sized, when we recognize that we're worthy. We're worthy of getting our heart's desires. We are worthy of knowing in every minute that we are divine expressions, that the infinite presence is moving in, through, and as us. And so the last part of the step is our shortcomings. And I have said before, I think I mentioned last week and perhaps the week before, and maybe the week before that, that I think a lot of people have the shortcoming that they underestimate themselves, that they devalue themselves, that they don't give themselves enough credit, or they are really hard on themselves. I know that I'm hard on myself to an extent, but I feel like I'm improving. And a lot of us are hypersensitive. We cannot bear the idea that someone might not like us or might not approve of us. And so I suggest when we humbly ask the universe to take this away, that we land in a place where we are okay with other people having their lives and their opinions and their likes and dislikes. Other people are entitled to not like us. They are entitled to not want to be around us or not approve of us. They are entitled to be as miserable as they want to be. As my mother was, after she was diagnosed with what they then called emphysema, now they call it COPD, she quit smoking for maybe a month, and then I caught her sneaking a cigarette. And you know what? She had a right to smoke that cigarette, and I did not have a right to tell her not to. It's her life. It was her life and her body. And I didn't say, Mom. I didn't shame her. I just loved her and accepted her and told her I wouldn't rat her out to my dad and brother. And she was dead within a year. But it was her life. And she was entitled to do that. And I didn't have a right to do something about it. And I have a right to share my own feelings and thoughts if I want to, and I could have. But she already knew how I felt. She already knew that I didn't want her to die, that I didn't want her to be sick. And I felt like the most important thing I could do in that moment is just be loving and accepting to her. And so I invite you to be loving and accepting to yourself. To ask your higher power to remove whatever might be standing in the way of your loving yourself, of your having pure joy in every moment. Whatever might be standing in the way of your knowing that you are a beautiful soul, whole and perfect exactly as you are. Let's take a nice deep breath together. And on the next one, think about whatever you want to let go of, whatever you want to humbly ask your higher power to remove. And when you exhale, allow it to go. Let go of it and know that you've given up some of what might have stood in your way, and you've created a place for peace in yourself. And I congratulate you, and I thank you so much for joining me. The infinite presence in me honors and recognizes and loves the infinite presence in you. Namaste.